We're going to do a video today on making shot or casting grain. I'm going to do two videos. I'm going to do it two ways. The pot with the unit on top of it is a double torch holder that I make. And the first video I'm going to use it just with one torch to heat the shot head and use a lead pot to pour the grain. And the second video will be using two torches in the torch holder and using a melting dish and pouring right from the melting dish into the shot head. Okay, I've got the water in. I heat my water before I make the shot. And what I've got here, I'm going to try not to block the camera too much. This is a holder. It's a little unit that I make and I sell on eBay. Just this part, the square yoke. The cradle is an attachment I use for putting on buckets, but you can use a brick like so. A fire brick slides right into where this metal is here. You can see that. And you can use a fire brick instead. I've done this process to where I put the bucket below. These are some of the heads that I make. This is made out of an old graphite motor brush. Sounds like the water's ready. And then these are round ones, quite large holes, and I use these with silver. It determines the size of the shot. With the bismuth, you'll barely be able to see the holes in there. There's 5 1.5 millimeter holes, and it will give me a nice shot size, probably around between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go get the water, and then we'll get this set up. The bismuth is just starting to melt in the lead pot, so I'm gonna go on to standby. I'm gonna zoom in on this and show you the most dangerous part of this process, and that is, if you can see the discoloration. This is one of my wife's big soup pots. And the dangerous part is not paying attention to where your torch is and changing the color of the chrome. So I'm gonna reposition the camera, get back a little bit, and then set up the apparatus here. Again, trying not to block the camera. Okay, I'm going to take the apparatus this is going to sit right there. Then I'm going to take my propane torch and use the propane torch just to keep the graphite head that I make the shot with. I'll lay this little piece of metal across here. Then I'll put the shot head right in here, and then we'll adjust this just to where we keep the graphite warm but not hot. The water here was boiling. It's now probably down to 180, 190 degrees. And all we want to do is just keep the bismuth at its flow point. We want it as cold as possible without setting up. And that way it won't tend to burst hitting cold water. Beauty to these things is you just stack on it what you want. Okay, we got a nice little flame going on there. I don't know what I'm going to get, so I'm going to try to zoom in now a little bit better. I'm going to get my face shield. After I pick it up off the floor. The old shirt sleeve down, gloves on. And we'll see what we get. Normally if I get it too hot, so I'm going to get a scoop of bismuth. See if I can get a little closer to that. And that's the process. Let me turn this off and I'll see if I can turn off the tank here. We'll get a better look at what's going on. Take this gadget, set it out of the way for a minute. Oh, there goes the bismuth running again. Well, I got some clumps. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. Little bitty grains. I don't know if you can see that or not. just right. The advantage to this is it's so much easier to weigh out than working with chunks. Bismuth comes in slab blocks, and it's real hard to measure out what you're doing. So anyway, that was the process. It works just the same if you're doing gold shot, silver shot. The silver, gold, because it's dense and it melts so high, takes the bigger holes in the shot blocks to get it through. But anyway, that's the process as I do it. I'm sure it's different than other folks do.